Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Crack D with Mridul. So today we are gonna cover a very simple topic in Spark, which is with column. So we will first go through the theoretical part and then we will go through the coding part in Databricks. So first understand what is with column. So with column is a method which is used to add a new column or to modify an existing column in a DF. Okay. So basically it has two main use cases. The first case is either you can add a new column or the second use case is or you can modify the existing column in a data frame. Okay, so first let's understand it through one example in the Excel. So let's go to the Excel. So if you see, let's say I have a data frame, okay, which is looks like this, which has name, age and salary. Okay, and the in the interview may ask you, can you please write a code to add one new column. Let's say interview will say, let's say, can you please add a new column called country. So how can you do that? So you can simply tell that we have a method called with column which can be used to add a new column, this new column country. Okay, so let's go to the second use case. Okay, let's say you have the same data and then now the interview say, okay, I don't need the new column, can you please add this, modify this existing age column and increase the age of each member by one. Okay. Let's say for Rahul, the age is 28, but now the interview is saying, can you please make it 29? And the same goes for Mohit, 29 to 30, and Ajay, 30 to 31st. Okay. So how can you do the same? So you can again tell the same that we can use the with column method, and using the with column we can modify the existing column and we can increase the value by one. Okay. So now uh, we will understand through coding. Okay, how can we achieve the same in database. Okay, so as you can see, I already have this my data frame. Okay, so let me rerun it again, this cell. Yeah, so if you see, I already have name, age and salary. Okay, now let's say I want to achieve my first exam use case, that I want to add a new column, okay, with some value, let's say India. So how can I do that? So I will simply go, okay, and I will create one new data frame, let's say df new column, something like that. Okay, what I can do in the existing column df, I will say with column. You will simply write with column and then inside that whatever new column you want to create, let's say I want to create country, just write it. Okay, and then let's say I want to pass India. Okay, so you can use your lit method and you can pass India. Okay, so now let's show the data frame and we will check whether it created new column or not. So let me run it. So as you can see, now we have one new column called country. Okay. So as you saw, right, with the with column, how can you create one new column, right? So I hope you understand the first use case, right? So now let's go to second use case and we will try to implement this age increase by one for each member. Okay. So let's see how can you do that. So let's create one more new column. Let's call it df modify column. Okay. So in your existing data frame df, okay, what I will say with column, the syntax will remain same with column, and then so here one mistake sometimes we make. Okay, so you always need to pass your existing column. So please check your spelling, okay, before writing it. So what it is age column we want to modify, right? Okay, and I want to increase the value by each of the member by one, right? So we will read the column, okay, column of age, and then I want to increase it by one. Okay, so now let me show it and we will check whether it created, whether it modified the existing data or not. Okay, so as you can see, the age has got increased by one, right? For Rahul it has 29 now. Mohit and Ajay also is got increased by one. So as you saw, right, how it is a very simple one, right? There is nothing complex. Okay, it is very simple. But one thing I want to cover here, okay, while modifying, what may happen is, like, let's say you are writing the code in front of your interviewer. Okay, but by mistake, let's say instead of age I have typed one. What will happen? It will not go and modify your age column, because now this time I have given some new column, right? So it will create the new column. Okay, let me run it again. So as you saw, right, it created one new column, age one. So always remember, okay, while modifying it, you just always need to pass your existing column. Okay, so please check the spelling again and again. Okay, otherwise if you pass some new name, then it will create the new column. Okay, it will not modify the existing column. Okay, so I hope you understand it, right? So it was very simple. So now we will go and cover some questions that interviewer can ask you. Okay, so let's go one by one. Okay, so the first question is, what does with column function do in Spark? So again, it's a very simple question that an interviewer can ask you. So you can simply tell, right, what with column do. It can be used to either add a new column or to modify an existing column, right? So as we've seen through the examples also, right? And through also Excel also, right? So you can explain the same to your to the interviewer, okay? Then what is the second question? How can you add a new column with a constant value? So again, it is the same example that we covered here, right? To add a new column country with some constant value. So you can give the same example that using with column, we can create a new column. And the third question also we covered, right? How do you modify an existing column? So again, it is the same, right? The age column that you modified. Okay, you can tell them using with column, we can modify the existing column. But always remember the name of the column. Okay, if you pass some new column, then it will create a new column. Okay, it will not modify the column. The fourth question: does with column modify the original data frame? So it's a tricky one. Okay, just consider it on this. It is asking original data frame. Okay, so with column will not modify the original data frame. Okay, it will always create a new data frame. Okay, so as you saw here, right, I created one new data frame, right? So on top of your original data frame, it created a new data frame. Okay, so just remember this. Okay, so just go on this keyword. Okay, interview may ask you. Okay, so just consider it on this. Okay, so what basically always remember only two use cases of with column. Okay, it will create a new column or it will modify the existing column. Okay, and the fifth question: what is the difference between with column and select? So the use cases of with column we already seen, right? So let's see one example of select. Okay, what select can do. So as you can see, right, I added one new column inside this, right? So let's see what select can do. So we will let's create new df. Let's say df select df dot select. Let's say some pass some column names, name, age. Okay, and now I will try to show this df select. Okay, let's see what happens. So as you can see, right, in the select whatever column names I passed, it only return those. But if you see on the other hand, my with column thing, right? In with column, what it did here, I was trying to add new column, right? So it returned all the columns plus the new column, right? So basically, the main difference is with column return all the columns, okay, with the new data frame, okay. But select whatever column names you will pass in your select, it will return only those columns. Like here, right? Here we just pass the name and age, okay. So I hope you understand all the questions, okay, and you will be able to answer this simple question to the interviewer also in the interviews. So I hope this video was helpful to you. If you like the video, please subscribe to my channel and like the video and also comment. We will meet in the next video, okay? Until then, goodbye and do well, and let's finish this video. Thank you.